Oh, now let's go. Hi, come on in.
Hello.
Hi. So, what brings you in today?
Well, I just wanted to talk to you about a few things that are going on in my life right now, and hopefully um, get some guidance or advice, or just someone to hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's basically the reason I'm here.
Okay.
Um, is there a particular place that we should start, or?
No, just whatever you want to share with me is fine. I'll listen, and then we can, talk more as you feel comfortable, or whatever you want to say. You don't have to feel obligated to share anything you don't want to. I'm here to listen to you and, try and help you sort things out if we can.
All right, sounds good.
All right. So, what happened?
Yeah, well, I've had a pretty bad week. I got into an accident on my bicycle, and it's just been chaos ever since.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just kind of at a loss as to, I don't know, just feeling a little bit angry and a little bit emotional and whatnot about it, and just don't really know how to, what steps to take from here. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, I haven't really talked to anybody about it besides like my family.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So you're feeling angry, you said, or what other type of feelings are you feeling about, or what other feelings are you having about the situation?
yeah, just angry and frustrated, um, because it's really happened at a bad time, and I've been really stressed out already with another medical issue I've been dealing with, and with school and everything. It's just like, I don't know, I feel like I just want to quit.
Wow.
I mean, not really, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just to that level of frustration.
Mm-hmm. I can see how that can be very frustrating, and obviously very stressful for you as well. I know that anytime that you're going through educational endeavors, especially higher education, it's a little bit difficult
Yeah.
to manage because of the workload, and then when you have something on top of that, it feels like maybe the weight of the world is on your shoulders.
Right.
Yeah, I understand. So, what is it that you think that you can do, maybe that would help you make it through this time frame? Do you have somebody that you can speak with, or is there, a family member? Have you trusted to talk about what might be going on with you? Or, I mean, not that you have to, of course. You can always talk to me as we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Yeah. Yeah. I've talked to my family, like I mentioned earlier, and they're very supportive, and um, they've helped me both financially and just checking on me every day, making sure I'm okay,
mm-hmm.
making doctor's appointments for me if I need that and stuff like that. So that saves me a lot of time, because I'm still going to classes. I'm not. I've missed a couple, but for the most part, I'm trying to stay with the program and get stuff done and move forward. And so I haven't really gotten any time to process anything, or uh, decompress, or even rest.
Mm-hmm.
So I like, if I feel like if I stop now, that I'll just get so far behind that I won't be able to catch up.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I can see how that's extremely stressful for you. So, do you think that by chance there's any way that you can speak with anyone at the school of the program that you're in that could possibly make some kind of accommodations or recommendations, maybe like switching classes and schedules and things like that in your coursework?
yeah, actually, that's a really good suggestion. I do have an advisor that I can go to, and from what I hear, she's usually pretty open to
Mm-hmm.
helping out with that kind of thing, and hopefully rearranging some things. I have a really stressful rotation next week.
Mm-hmm.
That's very time consuming on top of like 3 tests. And so maybe she could help me work something out there.
Yeah, that sounds really intensive.
Yeah.
It's heavy. Is that all in one week, or?
Yeah, all in 1 week I have to, go in at 7 in the morning, not get out till like 7 at night,
Mm-hmm.
on top of having like 3 tests to take
Mm-hmm.
on my own time
Wow.
and to
Okay.
study for. I haven't even studied for them because all this happened, and it's like I haven't even picked up a book since the accident a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like all I can do just to go to class, and then I'm on pain meds, so I can't concentrate. It's really tough for me to even get through the day, and um, sleepy and
Yeah.
just not focused.
Mm-hmm. So what about? I know that we just talked about one option, but what other options do you think that you could take in your program? Well, we haven't really talked about your program, but I don't know if you want to talk about your program. And is it flexible enough where, besides rearranging, the exams or something to that effect, could you take some time out at all? Do you think so that you could, take care of yourself?
Actually, not really. Um, if I took time out, I would probably have to take the year off and then rejoin the next class, which to me at this point doesn't really feel like a good option.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because of the structure of the program, you can't just take a semester off. You would have to take the whole year off.
Well, that's really a difficult choice you have to make.
Right.
But what about your health? What about yourself, taking care of yourself? I mean, I know that this program is intensive,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, how are you going to address taking care of yourself so that, you don't further complicate any medical issues you may be having with the concentration, with,
Mm-hmm.
adjusting, with, whatever else that may be coming up for you. And of course, if you, wanted to talk about those things specifically, we could do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to be able to think about being able to take care of yourself, because the program will still be there, but what about your health?
Well, that's the dilemma. Is if I take a year off, I might lose scholarships. I might lose loan programs that I'm involved in,
Mm-hmm.
and so that may cost me thousands of dollars
Mm-hmm.
if I took this year off.
Mm-hmm.
So what's more important? That's the dilemma. It's my health or losing out on thousands of dollars and possibly a career.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really hard decision, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe either I tough it out, and try to get some support and understanding from my professors, or lose out on a lot of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
So
So do you think? But you haven't made contact with them yet, right, regarding this possibility?
no,
Okay.
I haven't. You're the first person I've come and talked to about
Okay.
it. So.
Well, I might just, based on what I've heard you say, with you're having difficulty concentrating, you got a little teary eyed and you seem very upset. And I know this is very important to you just by the way you talk about the program and everything that's going on. It seems like you have the support of your family. Maybe your family can come down and help for a little while. I don't know where they might be, but maybe you can ask a family member to come stay with you for a little while you get through this, to help you deal with any other issues that you might have at home. And I heard you say that you're concerned about, being not being able to do the work possibly, and then also with having, problems concentrating. I think is what I've heard, the big one that's concerned, because this is a very intensive program that you're in, and you have rotations and, expectations on you. So I understand how, this could be really weighing on you.
Mm-hmm.
But you have options, and yes, some of them may not be favorable, but at the same time you have to weigh, is it better for you as a whole person versus monetary, for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a big decision I think that you might have to make. And I believe that if you were to, really reach out to your family, reach out to these clinicians, reach out to maybe professors and things of that nature, that they would understand that this is a difficult time for you. And, I'm sure that they would be willing to help. And if I can provide you with any resources or anything, I can do that too. And if you want to come back and talk with me, I can set up an additional appointment. And, we can work on this together. I mean, you're not alone. And of course, you know, just remember that the most important thing is, or the most important topic and aspect of this whole dilemma that you're facing is your health.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't take care of you, then nothing else is going to come to fruition or be good, because you're not able to do it for whatever reasons that you have. And again, I open my door so that you can come in and talk at any time, and we can talk about any topic. It doesn't just have to be about that issue. It could be about school, it could be about family, it could be anything that you want to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for that. It's good. Like you said, you're not alone. That's really important, I think, because when stuff like this happens, you do feel alone.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's just really nice to hear that.
Do you have any friends that, in your classmates, rather, and friends that you could rely on for, say you did decide to take a few days off or something? Can they take notes for you? Can they, maybe the professor, have you maybe talk to the professor and they could, maybe tape the lecture or, video the lecture, where they normally wouldn't do that, but maybe they would make an exception in this case.
Mm-hmm.
Because, maybe something like this hasn't happened before.
Yeah, actually, the couple classes that I did take off, I did have friends send me notes, which was really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just a matter of time, because I'm still going to have to go through those lectures.
Mm-hmm.
And missing out, being there is time.
Mm-hmm.
And time is very precious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very true.
When you're in an intensive program. And so, just hours make all the difference in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it still is, it's really nice to be able to rely on people. And
what about like an academic counselor that you can talk to and see possibly? I don't know the program that you're in, and we don't have to discuss that. But the reality is that they have technology today that they can actually, tape the information. They can have somebody transcribe something to the effect that's similar to accessibility options, because at this time you may need that use. So I would highly recommend reaching out to the department, your professors, and then of course the accessibility office to see what can happen or what they can do for you so that you don't fall behind, because you don't want to lose your space in this program, and it's highly intensive. So those kind of things can mitigate you losing any type of information, classes, and things along those lines that will keep you where in your class standing, and also allow you some space and time for you to heal, so that way you can review them at your leisure and you're not actually missing the work. So I would recommend that you possibly seek out accessibility resources, and it could be a temporary thing. You could get something from your doctor and submit it to them. And I'm sure if you reached out also to your program, that they would make some accommodations, more than likely based on, the situation. It's not as if, everybody plans for something, traumatic to happen during that time, but it's also open, for you to be open to know that there are some resources there for you.
Yeah, it's a really good suggestion, some great ideas to consider. So, yeah. Well, thank you for...
Sure. I'm glad to be able to help and listen to you. I mean, if you want to, we still have some time. I don't have my next appointment for another 10-15 minutes, and, we could talk some more, or if you have to be on your way, that's fine too. But I'll definitely leave you my card, and, just to reiterate, I know that you're feeling stressed. I know that you're feeling, a little confused, a little bit like you may lose your program, that you don't have support and these things, and your friends do help you, but I think that there's a little bit more that you can do for yourself, and reach out to your family, and reach out to the education person there in your program, and reach out to accessibility. And then if they say that you need some documentation, then see your doctor and get the documentation needed, because you definitely don't want this to affect your school. But if it does, and they don't do that, then you need to really search within yourself whether or not you want to take some time to take care of yourself, or stay in the program and possibly face some other things down the road based on these decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you my card,
Okay.
and it has my number, my office number, and you can call. We can set up an appointment. We can do weekly. We can do, bi-weekly, or is that right? Bi-weekly, bi-monthly. Anyway, 2 times a month, every 2 weeks. So, does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you.
Okay, great, Karen. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, and I'm glad that I could, have the time to listen to you and that you were open and willing to share with me.
Yes.
All
Thank you
right.
very much.
All right, you're welcome. You have a great day, okay?
Thanks. You too.
All right.